Hi guys, I want to round up just a few things with these latex pours that have been made in the embossing folders. Just want to share with you that I've obviously done some more different designs. I've done some ones with gesso. So this is a plain latex pour here which has been gessoed up. Once I've gessoed, I've gone on to distressing it with literally a wet tea bag. This is the tea bag result. So this is the latex with gesso, both sides. So I've gessoed both sides of this. You've got a lovely glossy sheen going on here, and that is because I have used my Mod Podge to seal it at the very end. I've also hit it with some distress ink. So I've just used Tim Holtz distress ink here in Peacock Feathers. I've taken another little one with the butterflies, and I've used an emery board to literally give it a shabby chic appeal by literally rubbing straight into the latex and then taking some of it away and then hitting it again with the distress ink. I covered yesterday a canvas, and here you can see this is the finished canvas for the moment. I've just hit it with this metallic paint, and I just used white glue, and I've just gone round and glued down the corners because obviously it's really malleable and so it fits really nicely around the canvas. So that is work in progress. On the left hand side again, I've got another gessoed piece of latex, and this has been hit with the vintage photo distress ink and some gold metallic and the white gesso, and I've also given it a finish with the Mod Podge glossy. I'm just going to share with you how I'm going to distress this last piece of work. This has got little doilies going on here. So I literally am going to get a used tea bag. So this has been gessoed. It's perfectly dry now. That gesso gives it a little bit of tooth and grip. I've got a used tea bag, and this literally is from my cup of tea first thing this morning. And I'm just going to squeeze out a few drops of the remainder. I'm then going to, I'm going to use, if I had a brush to hand, but I didn't bring a brush across, I would be using a brush because I don't think you necessarily want to get your fingertips or in the wet tea, but hey hum, because it actually does stain. But then that's to our advantage when it comes down to our work, but not necessarily to our advantage when you're doing your artwork, is it? And you go and meet and greet people and you've got tea bag stained nails and hands. But believe me, I'll just go and get the soap and get this all washed off in a second. But that is as simple as I would hit this now with a heat gun, and actually, or you can allow it to dry naturally. And something, the effect you're trying to look for is this has been coffee, just a bit of coffee staining going on there. So there's absolutely no need for you to have something like the distress inks in your collection, but why not use a tea bag at the same time? That will dry all distressed, and then I'll probably come around and put a little bit of distress ink around the outside edge. I will just take also a little sponge, my distress ink, and with this case I've got this Peacock Feathers. Now bear in mind this is not waterproof, okay, so once you hit this with water it's going to bleed across your paper. And this was one of the things that I had to be very, very careful with when I came to doing the roses. Once I sealed this with the gloss, as soon as I put the Mod Podge gloss on, it started to reactivate the distress ink. So I had to work very quickly and just carefully dip my brush across these roses. But I did like the shabby chic affair, and obviously now I've got this malleable little cover that will be great as, in my personal opinion, as a journal cover. Tactile, sealed and ready to go. So as I said, you've got to be a little bit cautious. I've got my little sponge, and it is just a little sponge. I'm just going to dab it into my distress ink, and then you can literally drag it across, and can you see coming up here very aware that I've still got this wet tea, but you can see the blue just popping on that little plastic doily. Anyway guys, that was just a quick roundup of some of the things that I've been up to yesterday. I'm going to move away from this and now concentrate back on making some journals and finishing off some swaps. So I hope to bring you what I've been up to, let's say later on at the weekend. I'll catch up with you soon guys. Bye bye.